What's up, guys? I'm here at 2016 San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm here with Marc Zicree. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good, good. So can you tell me of how this project came together and where the idea sparked from?
Well, I grew up with Star Trek, and I loved that show, and it inspired a lot of people to do a lot of great things and to reach across boundaries. And a lot of the science fiction recently was very dark, very negative, very pessimistic and nihilistic, and I wanted to create something that would inspire people. And I've done hundreds of hours of network TV as a writer-producer, but with Space Command I decided to reach out to my audience. And 3,000 people around the world gave me enough money to open my own studio and start shooting. And that's what we've been doing. So we shot the first 2 hours of Space Command, shot 30 minutes of the second 2-hour stories. Now we're going to the networks to get a season order. And so I just flew back. The reason I have no voice is I flew back from London. I had about 30 meetings there with the networks and the studios, production companies. Now we're going to have the meetings with the networks here, and we'll see what happens. But I reached out to all these TV star friends of mine. They all said yes. And so it's Robert Picardo, Bill Mumy, Doug Jones, Bruce Boxleitner, Mike Harney from Orange is the New Black, Mira Furlan from Babylon 5 and Lost, on and on and on. My friend Christina Moses, who stars in Containment, she played Sulu's daughter in a Star Trek episode I co-wrote and directed and executive produced. And she's going to be coming back for Space Command 2. So it's a dream come true. It's great fun.
All right, great. Now, Doug was saying before that it deals with, the project deals with the theme of, in some respects, that idea of slavery. So,
yes.
I mean, that's a very controversial, thing. How are you able to kind of weave that theme in there without it being heavy-handed?
Well, I'm really interested in the people who people choose not to look at, not to consider, the people who are invisible. The people, when you walk down the street, you don't notice the homeless people. There's suffering going on, and anytime there's atrocity, there's the reason for an atrocity is because someone had no voice, had no way of reaching out, so they had to strike out because they were so boxed in. So I think that with Space Command, I'm using that as a way of showing our world, and because, and there's also a ripple effect. I mean, people say, oh, well, forget the past. Don't forget the past. The past is here now. If people were enslaved 150 years ago, that still is affecting all of us. And but even going back further, it's always about what was the crime done against anyone. And unless you address it, unless you take responsibility, and responsibility isn't... It's not like feeling guilty for what your grandparents did. It's about saying, okay, what can I do right now that's an act of, or an act of compassion, or an act of just reaching across. I mean, if you see a Muslim and you don't know what their life is like, go up and talk to them and say, hey, I think that you guys are getting treated badly in the media. So just tell me about your life. I want to know more from the real world, not from what I see on TV or hear on the news, because people are going to be demonized. And anytime you see someone else as other, then you're not getting it, And also anytime you see... anytime someone says, I think there's a wrong being treated against me. I think people are treating me wrongly. Don't ignore it. If they say they're being treated badly, it's true. No one ever says I'm being treated badly if it isn't true,
Sure.
So you have to say, okay, what can I do to make things better? That's all.
Got it. Now, you were talking about just now that there is already a Space Command 2 in the works, so it's...
we started shooting it. We shot 30 minutes of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what are the plans, big picture-wise, thinking beyond? Are there going to be more films beyond too?
Well, it's a TV series.
Okay.
So we shot the first 2-hour pilot. We're in post-production on that. I've written the first 8 hours of the 12-hour season.
Nice. Okay.
So I've written the first 8 hours and outlined hours 9 through 12. So now we're going to the networks. I locked down a representation at CAA, so I'm rep by the head of movies there, and they're hooking me up with a TV division. And, so now it's just like going to the networks and saying, okay, who wants to play? And, but now it's like, we'll show you what we've shot. You have to come aboard. You have to dance to the tune we're playing, rather than the networks saying, okay, well, we'll give you notes before you shoot it, and we'll screw it up.
Sure.
Why have it ruined?
All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Again, I'm here at 2016 San Diego Comic-Con. This is Marc Zicree. I'm Brandon Troy. I'll see you soon.